welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to the real Kamogelo M. If you are new on my channel, thank you so much for tuning in and being part of the real Kamogelo M and being part of my world. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing something that is really close to my heart, which is basically how I have been doing for the past 12 years without my mother. As you can see by the title of the video, yeah, I haven't been okay, but yeah, life goes on. So I'm gonna be sharing a little bit on how I'm coping, on how I am doing it all without my mother, and everything that has happened in the past 12 years. So before we get into the video, I wrote my mom a letter, so I'm gonna be reading the letter before we get into the video. So yeah. Phew. Alright. Dear Mom, in the years of your passing, each and every day I would think of you. I must say, losing you have been the hardest thing that has ever happened to me. But I had to soldier on and keep strong for the sake of everyone. So many things have happened, good and the bad things. But I knew you were looking over me. The loss of you made me strong. I became an independent young lady who wanted to do everything on my own. I love that I became strong, but I hate that I had to lose you to do it. You were great, loving and supportive, and I miss that a lot about you. I miss your presence and laughter, but I know you're resting in perfect peace. I could never forget you. I will always remember you. I miss you so much and I love you. Kamogelo. So yes, 2008, towards the end of March, I lost my mother. She was diagnosed with TB, and it wasn't really the nicest thing that I would face, because I was only 16 years old, and I remember my baby sister was only 2 years old. It was really sad, because her sickness was just sudden, and yeah, everything just happened so fast. So 2008 March, she started being sick, and it was really hard seeing her going through everything that she was going through, and all the pain that she was going through, and seeing her in that state as a 16-year-old, really at some point it really broke my heart. But yeah, there was nothing that I could do. I was still young, but the only thing that I could do was just to support her. And yeah, I remember I would even remind her of taking her medication, so that like I could see her being herself again. So I remember one morning in March, I woke up to a dream where my mom wasn't next to me, and then I would ask myself, what is happening? Only to find out that my grandmother had taken my mother to the hospital for I think it was checkup or something. So yeah, they had left in the morning without telling me that they're going to the hospital. So it came as a shock to me, because in that dream, she was just helpless. She was just in pain, and she couldn't do anything. And when I woke up not finding her next to me, it was really heartbreaking to me that, God, what is happening? Is she gone already, you know? but because I would see the pain that she was actually going through each and every time she would sleep, because she couldn't sleep properly. I remember every time we went to bed, we would put continental pillows behind her back so that she could at least feel comfortable and sleep, because she couldn't lie down on the bed. Like every time she lie down on the bed, I think even 2 minutes was long for her to lie down on the bed, because she felt like she couldn't breathe, you know. So yeah, it was really hard for us having to go through that each and every night, because sometimes and all that. And I remember this other time I went out with a friend of mine, some chips, and she called me. She was like, Kamogelo, where are you? My mom used to call me by my full name, not like Okam. But she was like, Kamogelo, where are you? I was like, I'm with a friend of mine. I was with Yvette, that is my friend. We went to buy chips, and then she was like, where are you guys? I was like, no, we at Sky, we buying some chips. And she was like, when are you coming home? And it was like still early. I remember it was during April holidays. And when she said, where are you? And I was like, no, Nzofika, not so long. And then she was like, okay, it's cool. And then when I got home, I asked her, like, yeah, mom, no bad. And then she was like, no, I just wanted you next to me. I was like, oh, okay, cool stuff. It was okay. And then days went by, like sleepless nights and all that. I remember this other time, I think it was month end of March. I had to carry her inside the bank and ask for assistance in the bank, and yeah, they helped us, and we left town and went back home. And then I was like, is this the life that my mom is going to live? Like, she's still young. My mom passed away when she was 32, which is something that right now, I don't know. Right now, I don't know. I think maybe it's just a little fear that my mom died at the age where I am actually heading to. I'm actually 29 right now, and in a few years' time, I'll be 32 as well. So when she died very young. When she was actually taken to the hospital where she couldn't breathe, she couldn't do anything, and my grandmother had to call the neighbors to come and assist and take her to the hospital. And it was a Tuesday when they took her to the hospital, Tuesday evening. And when they got to the hospital, and then they admitted her, and those 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday, it was really, really, really tough. I remember Wednesday morning I went to school. I came back, and when I came back, I went to my aunt and asked her, can I please go to the hospital and see my mom? And then my aunt was like, and your mom just told me that she's begging that you mustn't come to the hospital. Like, I didn't understand why my mom didn't want me to come visit her at the hospital, you know. But right now, as I am older, I think I do understand why my mom didn't want me to come see her at the hospital, because I believe that she didn't want me to have that memory of seeing her the way that she was in. Because apparently when my aunt and my grandmother tells me they told me that within that few days she had like drastically lost weight, and yeah, she wasn't looking her best. So I just believe that Oma didn't want me to see her in that state, or just to have that memory for the rest of my life. So yeah, on a Wednesday, yeah, she was still in hospital. And Thursday, when my aunt, my mom's friend, one of the mothers in our village, and one of our relative came to tell us that my mother is no more. I remember it was around 9:30 in the evening. I was sitting watching TV, and my grandmother was actually in her bedroom, and we had locked the gate already. So my aunt called and asked us to come and open the gate, and then I went and opened the gate. Like, I could see, like, why are there so many people coming to the house this late, you know? So when I got into the house, I was like, let me just give them privacy and go into the bedroom. But when I got into the bedroom, I was like, no man, something is up. Like, I could see my aunt's eyes were red. My mom's friend's eyes were also red. Like, you could tell that, no, man, these people were crying, you know. And I was only 16, but I could add up things like, no, they're here to tell us bad news. And when one of the relatives told my grandmother that my mom is no more, I just shed a tear. I didn't cry out loud. I just shed a tear and knelt down and said, God, if this is your will, then let it be so. She will be better. She will be way better off with you than suffering in these pains that she's suffering. And I could hear my grandmother in the sitting room crying so loud. I wanted to go and hug her, but then I was like, no, let me just give them space. There are older people in there, you know. So my younger sister was sleeping even when they came to tell us the news. My uncle wasn't around as well. Yeah, I remember just kneeling down and saying, God, if it is your will, then it is your will, God. I'm not gonna question you. I'm not gonna ask you question, why are you taking my mom while I'm this young, while my younger sister is still this young. So yeah, everything happened so fast. During the funeral preparations, I remember I looked at everyone. Everyone was just in shock that my mom is no longer alive. And like their faces, man, you would read their faces that no, something is like I ever tried to sharp or that thing, you understand? So I had to be strong for everybody. I had to be strong for my family. I had to be strong for my mom's friends. I had to be strong for the people in the community. And it was just hard. Seeing everybody just bed down. And yeah, because my mom was just this bubbly person. If you see me, you see my mother. Yeah, she was just this bubbly person, a very friendly person, a very helpful person. And yeah, and so during the funeral preparations, everything was just hard for everybody. So I just told myself, like, I have to be strong for everybody. I don't remember crying or breaking down that my mother is no more. The only time that I cried was when I shed the tear when they told my grandmother that Ndanake is no more. And yeah, during the funeral on a Saturday, I remember holding my baby sister, and when the coffin was going down to the ground, one of my pastors came to me and whispered to me and said, Kamogelo, if you want to cry, you can cry, you know. And I looked at everyone sitting down, everyone in amongst us, like people were crying and all, and then I was like to myself, I have to be strong, I have to clean up so that everybody can find strength in me. When they look at me, they could say, Okamo is strong, let us also be strong for her, you understand? So yeah, when the coffin was going down, everybody was busy crying, and then I was like, you know, I'm not gonna cry, I am not gonna cry, let me just be strong, and yeah, be strong for everybody. So yeah, I do believe that losing a parent or losing a mother, it is really something that one cannot take or accept. So it is not easy. I'm sharing this video because I know that a lot of people are going through the same thing. A lot of people have went through the same thing. You've lost your parent, you've lost your partner, you've lost your child, or you've lost somebody just that was close to you. So with this video, I am just trying to say, yes, it is not easy, it is hard. It is hard because at some point I'm like, I wish my mother was still here. I wish that my mother was still here to see the lady that I am, so that she could be proud. As a mother, she could be proud and say, well done, my daughter, you have made it up to this far. I remember because at home, at my granny's house, I'm the only one who finished matric. I'm the only one that graduated. So I wish that my mom was really there to see this achievement. I have a stable job, but I know that it is not easy losing somebody close to you. I know that it's not easy not having a mom, not having a dad, not having a sibling or whatever. But yeah, so this is just a video just sharing my feelings to you guys, that I've lost my mom for the past 12 years, but I'm keeping on. I'm soldiering on. I'm being strong, and I'm grateful for the people that have been helping me emotionally and physically, because without them, really, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't be here as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for listening to me. I almost cried at some point, but it is done and we are going forward. God doesn't do things that he doesn't understand. If God understands everything that is happening around us, we as abantwana bakhe, we have to understand nathi ukuthi God has a purpose with everything that is happening around us. So I believe that with this video, I'm encouraging someone, I'm encouraging other people that no matter how long you've lost somebody that is close to you, it is okay. It is okay to cry. It is okay to miss them. It is okay to say, I wish that you were here. Only if Usman Bani was here. But believe that it is God's plan, and God has a plan about your life. So yes, thank you so much for watching and being part of the Real Kamogelo M. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. I know that a lot of you will find healing. A lot of you will relate to everything that I'm going through. Each and every day, I'm taking each and every day as it is. I'm just grateful for each and every day that I am facing. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being part of my world and for listening to my story. And I hope I will see you on my next video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I love you guys so much. And if you want me to continue sharing videos like this to encourage you guys, please comment down below and tell me that you are inspired. You'd like me to share such videos like this, because I've got a lot of things to share with you guys. I love you guys so much. I will see you on the next video. Bye.